Hi everyone. Well, because you all asked, I have done the work and scanned all of these prompt cards that we used in this year's Mixed Media Morsels Altered Card Play Challenge. I got them scanned and got them listed in my Etsy store so that you guys can download these and have some fun prompt cards to use in your creations. There are 9 pages of cards, 77 cards in all, and a lot of these cards, well, not a lot, but a few of these cards we did not use in our challenge this year. So there'll be some extra, some bonus cards. I wanted to point out, someone had asked about my board. The little board I used is not part of the download. It's too big, it's too long to fit on a regular letter size paper. But I wanted to point out that this is so simple. This is just a piece of product packaging that I used, and it was white on the back, so it was perfect. So I drew a box and some lines. I mean, it was so simple. So you can see that the little headers are actually on the download, so you can make yourself a little board if you want to. If you look closely, you can see there's some gluey looking areas across here. And that is how I kept the cards in place. I used this product. This is Aleene's Tack It Over and Over. And so what you do is you put the glue in the area where you want to hold your cards and you let it dry. And then once it's dry, it's tacky. So, but it's not so tacky that the cards stuck to it terribly. Now in the case of my cards, they were a little bit glossy on the back. You can see how this side is the glossy side of my cards, and it's a little bit darker in color, and it's also shiny. The front side is a matte, the side that I wrote on. So they came off pretty easily where I stuck them into this tacky, gluey area. Your cards will probably not be glossy. So if you decide to do something like this, just put a piece of regular transparent Scotch tape on the back of your card so you'll have a glossy area. And then when you stick it to this, it should peel right up and no problems at all. In between times when I was not using this board, I didn't want these glue areas to get extremely dusty or anything. And you can see in some area, well, I don't know if you can see, I can see it, but in some areas there's a little bit of, dust and stuff that did get in there, but not nearly as much as would have if I hadn't covered it. So each month when I was done filming and using this, I took just a adhesive liner paper that came off of an envelope. It wasn't quite long enough, so I taped an additional piece to it. But I would just stick it over that glue area like that and put it away when I wasn't using it. And so it kept it pretty clean. So those are all of my little secrets about using this little board. First of all, it was handmade, used on packaging. I used this Tack It Over and Over glue, and I used a little adhesive liner paper to cover it up when I wasn't using it. So the other item that I used in my challenge was this little clear, like acrylic box. And I got this off of Amazon, and it's really intended to hold remote controls. And it was just the perfect size for my little cards. So I have listed this item and this item in my Amazon store. If anybody would like to create a whole prompt card system like I used, those items are available there. Just wanted you to be able to have easy access if you wanted to do the same type of thing that I did. So those are in my Amazon store. And these prompt cards are in my Etsy shop. So if you're interested in purchasing them, and I know a lot of you are because so many of you asked me about it, which is why I plan to do this from about, I don't know, maybe middle of the year. People started asking me about if I was going to offer them, and so you ask and I'm complying. So these will be in my Etsy store, and I, as always, have a link to my Etsy store in the description of my videos, and there will probably be a link in the cards at the end of the video. So Thank you again, everyone, for participating this year, and I hope that you will get these cards and you will use them, because they are so much fun, as you saw, and we were just creating little altered playing cards. But these cards can be used for an art journal page. You can choose as many as you want. You don't have to use the headers or the whole system like I used. You don't have to do any of that. Just simply getting the cards, cutting them out, and having a little deck of cards to be able to pull from will give you so many ideas for art journal pages, for other types of projects. You know, you can use them for making ATCs, or altering playing cards, or altering envelopes. You know, if you've got a blank page staring at you and you have no idea what to do, taking out a few prompt cards is just the answer to me. It just helps get your creativity flowing, and once you start using these items, you'll find yourself thinking of all kinds of other items you want to use. So these are really kickstarters, and I've loved using them this year, and I will probably continue to use these in some way or another for projects, you know, coming up in the future. So I just wanted you guys to be aware that they're available, and to say thank you again for all your participation and sharing of your projects this year. It really has been a ton of fun. So thanks for making 2022 a great year for me, and I'm looking forward to playing and creating and having a lot more fun again in the new year. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.